because I feel as though nobody would ask me to assist them cooking anymore because she'd put me in the limelight where she knows that I can't cook as well as she can. For 1 point for eviction, I nominate Tim. Last week in the orienteering component of the task, Tim said to me in a stern tone and quite rudely, move out of the way so I can do this. And Tim never speaks to anybody in that tone, and it hurt me that he used that tone on. Another reason why I felt angry at Tim is because I'd offered my assistance and nobody else had, and then he felt as though he had the right to turn around and speak to me in that tone when I feel as though he didn't. Now I feel that if Tim was leading a particular task, I wouldn't be inclined to contribute as much because I feel as though that he might speak to me in that stern tone again, which I don't appreciate.
Well, 2 for Vesna, 1 for Tim. Now, one nominating robot is, of course, out of the hutch, but the nomination plague has been let loose. We'll be back in a minute. You really do forget the cameras are there, though, don't you?
I do. I seriously do. And then I'm getting undressed in front of the camera and I'm like, oh, crap. No, I have to. It's weird. You just totally forget everything. And then...
Was there any time in the house where you actually censored your behaviour? Because you think, oh, wait a minute, there are cameras watching. Or did you just think, look, I'll just be myself?
No, I never thought of them. And then I got angry when I, heard things, like running behind it. And I thought, no, there can't be. There's no cameraman behind them. But...
As it turns out, there were. OK. Now, tonight is all about getting rid of the impurities, as we've just seen in that wonderful example. And we don't necessarily approve of eating them, but as it's nomination night, we do have to digest the opinions and votes of the housemates. So let's put the microscope onto Logan Gregg's first solo nomination now and see what nomination germs might be growing amidst the trauma of being the selected twin and the tragedy of jealous love.
Would you say there's a possibility that anything could happen on the outside?
She asked me that, what do you think's going to happen to us when we get out? And I said, I think we'll become very good friends.
Yeah.
And I think what we have on here is just something pretty cool, and it's a comfort thing that we both enjoy. But you know that I'm a lot different, and I'm looking for different things.
But then how could you say that? So
but then in my back of my, I'm ignorant and arrogant to say. Well, if
you turn around and said that to me, I wouldn't turn around and go, oh, well, I think there's a possibility that there's going to be something for us on the outside.
No, you're just playing with my words, Kate.
Vesna, which Logan would you evict and why?
Sure, they get rid of them both.
I nominate Logan Gregg to be evicted simply because I need more time to get to know Logan David, and I feel that Logan David and I are becoming friends again, and I'd like to spend more time with him.
He said, like, don't feel bad about it, because he's not going to be... we both wouldn't have been upset.
I'm not feeling that bad about nothing. I know that.
But you had to make a choice, mate.
Yeah, I know, but I...
Well, thank you all for keeping me here. 2 points this week goes to Vesna. Basically, the reason this week is I think she has the potential to win Big Brother. I nominating her because she thought I had a competitive advantage with my brother being in the house. Well, I actually think she has a competitive advantage being in the house because she came in almost a month into the show. Also, she caused a lot of arguments in the house obviously with other housemates. She told me a reason why that was, Sometimes it was because she was attracted to them, and so basically what that meant for me to believe is that she caused all these hurtful arguments pretty much for no reason. It's pretty much how she explained it to me. But I think she has the opportunity to win the show, and I don't think she necessarily deserves it.
How does coming into the house a month after you give her a competitive advantage?
Well, her time frame in the house hasn't been as long, so she should be able to cope with it a little bit better and not be more as stressed out and frustrated as we are. I understand she can be frustrated, but I also think she may have, you know, she's just got that leg up. I think if she was here for an extra month, she wouldn't have handled it. 1 point this week goes for Melanie for Under the Radar. I haven't seen this. I've only seen one side of Melanie, and it's been the very relaxed, quiet, comfortable, friendly Melanie. I don't know. I think she's just holding a lot back because I think she's biding her time in the show. There's another side of her I haven't seen, and really yet to experience it. I don't think I will experience it in this show because I just think the people left. I don't think she's really going to be out there and be boisterous.
How is she holding back?
She just knows. She said it a few times in her conversations. You know, there is only X amount to go. Even when Rita was here, like, oh, she frustrates me, but I know there's not long to go. And I think to build a bit of character for her, she should come out and explain herself a lot more. She's open, but I think she just tiptoes around a lot of things that really annoy her.
Well, what about that? Now, we're under contention as to whether Vesna actually went in a month later, but who knows? Do you think everybody's wearing a bit thin in there, Christy, and every day makes a difference?
Absolutely. Every day everyone changes. Every day everyone gets a new frustration, and, you know, nominations are starting to get harder, and it's interesting seeing, you know, two strategies used in the same nomination, but...
What were those strategies?
Under the radar and a threat. So
oh, well spotted.
It's excellent.
Yeah, cool. Now, Mel, is Mel holding back? Is she going under the radar, do you think?
I don't know her enough, believe it or not.
But don't you get a sense of someone? I can't believe you're not speaking now.
She's really quiet, and it makes it very hard to see who she probably really is.
Did it ever occur to you guys to go under the radar to get a bit more mileage in the house?
No way, I can't go under the radar.
Well, clear, I was going to, you know, if you were going to say, yes, that's what I did, then you failed. Now, looking at Greg there, did your heart go boom-diddy-boom, diddy-boom?
No, it's not love, it was just...
Well, did you look back at last night, his face when you left the house?
Yeah,
and in the Daily Show today when he looked at your photo?
I know, and I was like, well, maybe he may have feelings for me.
But you know what? You know, people saying, oh, you know, it was a comfort thing in the house.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that what friendships and relationships are all about anyway?
I think it's just, as Shira and Michelle said, friendships with benefits. So...
Although you didn't get as many as you wanted.
Yeah.
Okay. So now 2 bunnies have hopped out of the enclosure and the nomination wolf is on the prowl.
Tinea. Oh, what? Someone gave me tinea, look.
But none of us have it, Maria.
Well, someone gave it to me. I reckon it might have been the fungus on your face.
But what did I put it on?
Someone's got fungus somewhere, whether it's on their toes, face, skin. Not in a bad way. Because you know sometimes you wash your face in the shower, all you need is one little fungus thing to fall, and then there's 50 million funguses growing there that we can't even see.
No, please don't.
Trust the bag.
No.
Trust in its power.
No, Tim, I have to cook now.
Trust in its
I want it
power.
to drip on me, please.
Watch the tea bag.
No, Tim.
Don't take your eyes off the tea bag lest it flies at you.
Oh,
Watch the tea bag. Watch the tea bag. Watch the tea bag.
Please don't. Tick.
Welcome back to Big Brother Nominations Live, where 2 housemates have already nominated and 2 evictees are with me on stage. Now, our 3rd nominee for this evening is Kate. She was Christy's rival for Greg's love in the house. She's been accused of being manipulative and playing the game. So let's have a look at the influences on her week in the house.
90% of the time I forget that it's a game.